think IUCN, we're very involved with sort of natural solutions to climate change, and we recognize the importance that nature and the environment has to play in how we both adapt to climate change and also how we can be more involved in mitigation and offsetting our carbon costs and so forth. So in terms of messaging for the COP, I would look at it three areas. One, how can we build on some of the local knowledge areas that people have about how they can adapt to risks in climate change? Because many peoples we've worked with live in very risk-prone environments, and they've developed many strategies and approaches to cope with those risks, and we need to learn from them and build on them as part of our existing strategies. So that's one part. The second part would relate to equitable solutions. We can't just say that adaptation is part of one part of society. It has to involve all segments of society, and in particular gender, because often women are more at risk from climate change than maybe menfolk are, and in particular those who are most vulnerable, the landless and people who are basically much poorer. Thirdly, we need to have a combination of approaches that relate to both adaptation, and in terms of IUCN that relates to how ecosystems and the environment, how we can use ecosystems and the environment to adapt to climate change. For example, in Peru, we're working to increase water availability for communities so that they can improve their own land use and be more resilient to climate change. Next, we also have to be very aware that we need to be able to mitigate our own measures for climate change, and that relates to how we ourselves conserve water, use fewer trees, burn less fuel wood, or if we're using fuel wood, it's coming from sustainable sources. In terms of IUCN, I think our great advantage is two areas. One, we look at nature-based solutions. IUCN has an immense convening power of our members. We have something like 1,200 members across the globe. We need to be able to convene them so that they are taking a broadly similar message in view of IUCN's mission and vision, to which all our members have signed up to based on the last World Conservation Congress in Jeju in 2012. And that we need to have our own position, but we'll have our own position papers, hopefully in the coming months, that our members then can then take and see if it resonates with their own positions in the negotiations. And this in particular reflects on our state members. We really want to work with them closely. In terms of so we will have a position paper in Lima. We'll also have a formal official IUCN side event. Probably embrace three areas: adaptation, mitigation, and our work on gender. We've been very involved with the Nairobi Work Programme, which is a work programme mandated by the Conference of Parties and is part of the Secretariat of the Climate Change Convention. We worked with them closely on adaptation, and we'll continue to work with them closely on other technical issues. The Nairobi Work Programme brings together parties and technical experts on various issues. At present, there's going to be a meeting of the Nairobi Work Programme to discuss what other areas they should engage with, and we're actively engaged with that.